thanks for watching BSGcast. I'm Nat, he's Matt, and let's get started.
We just spent this past weekend in Orlando for MegaCon and had lots of people to enjoy the fallout of someone to watch over me with.
Oh my God. The Colonial Fleet was at MegaCon in force, and it was great to see so many familiar faces from the Pasadena frat party there.
And it was also fun to see Trisha Helfer and Luciana Caro again, and it was great to finally meet James Callis.
Ah, yes, and since we did, we decided to get this snazzy Season 4 promo shot autographed by Trisha and James themselves to give away to next week's Fan of the Week.
Now, so I hope you've got some hugely epic comments to say.
The episode calls for epic comments.
Absolutely, because this bad boy can be yours.
But first, let's give away some Alienware goodies to this week's Fan of the Week. So there was a pretty solid consensus that Deadlock was, shall we say, a weak link in the back 10 episodes.
Yeah, some of the more colorful comments about the episode had us cracking up, actually.
Mostly because they echoed our thoughts pretty much exactly.
But amidst all the complaints, there were some interesting and enlightening chatter.
Including Mordecai, who pointed us over to an interview with Jane Espenson herself, who explained a few things that made Deadlock make a bit more sense.
Yeah, and we've got to thank Caddy for coming up with the term cybrid to describe a half-human, half-Cylon.
Since hybrid already has a pretty important meaning in BSG, it's definitely a word we'll be needing to use to describe Hera and perhaps Starbuck?
Maybe. But our winning comment this week is from Sam, aka Do Your Job, who brings up the importance, basically, of breaking the cycle of violence.
Exactly.
Because both ties constantly come back to that idea.
Yep. Ellen mentions that Hera is the hope for a new blended future, and they have to stay together.
And Saul specifically mentions that pure Cylon and pure human doesn't work.
Sam goes on to suggest that maybe the Final Five engineered the new breed of skin jobs to only be able to breed with humans to ensure that they break this cycle, forcing humans and Cylons to have to be together.
Cool idea, Sam.
Yes.
And you just won yourself a stunning new Alienware t-shirt.
And of course, you're in the running to win the super sweet Alienware gaming machine. So great comment, Sam.
All right, let's get into the episode.
So Boomer coming back in the last episode set us up for a long-awaited reunion between her and the Chief, which really could have gone either way.
And at the end of the episode, we're really not sure which way it actually went. I mean, clearly she betrayed him, but she also does seem to love him.
She really does seem to genuinely love him. And, I mean, she had the chance to love Helo with Athena stuffed in a freaking bathroom stall.
Oh, that was chilling.
That was disgusting.
My God.
For it to be such a gritty sex scene, and for it to be in that context, holy frack.
Oh my God, and to think, Helo couldn't even tell his wife away from Boomer. What the heck? They must really be interchangeable.
Well, if you think about it, when that 8 tried to console and massage him on the base ship, he was so not digging it. But in this case, he just didn't know.
You know what? I really hope this comes back to haunt Helo because it's otherwise his perfect moral standing. It's good to see him with a stain on his shield.
Anyway, getting back to the Chief. It was interesting to see how one of the Final Five deals with this projection concept.
It caught him off guard at first, but then it was really moving to see how much he loved this fantasy that he and Boomer could have had together.
Yeah, I actually can't remember seeing him that happy ever. No. And then to have it snatched away when Boomer abducts Hera is just...
And after
it's just tragic.
But you know what? After the de-Cylonification of Nikki and the death of Liam, the abduction of Hera is huge.
Yeah.
Cavill having her looks to be seriously the end game.
Is crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be how this story, all of it ends.
Epic.
So Starbuck gets to meet her dad, or rather, her head dad.
So now she's had projected visions of her mother, a Helo bin, she's resurrected, and now she has a new head character, a sensitive, artistic, and emotional one.
Daniel? Or at least Drylight Thrace, live at the Healy's Opera House.
Yeah, that was interesting. And of course, all along the Watchtower is back.
Thanks to Hera's mysterious star drawing.
Yes.
It was so nice to see that little gem at the beginning and have it pay off so big time.
Yeah, Matt actually called that one so early on in the episode. It was almost creepy, Matt. Honestly.
Well, what an intense moment when the song returns.
God.
It was that beautiful shot of Kara and her dad playing from overhead.
It was really touching in the way, like, the flashbacks between her and her father.
And then when the music just swells in.
Oh my gosh, and then Ty's one-eyed expression as it dawns on him what they're hearing.
The little twitch he had under there was amazing. And you know, it's funny because they're truly hearing it for the first time. It's not in their heads this time. They're hearing the notes.
Exactly, and that Tyler Durden moment when Starbuck turns around and she's by herself at the piano. The whole
chilling.
thing was chilling. Yeah, that end scene was just chilling.
Awesome. Everything Battlestar is all about.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see that Ron has a real significance planned for the song. As cool but random as it seemed at the end of season 3, it looks like it'll play into the end game too.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing. Did Rosalind die? The preview for next week's episode is pretty light on details.
Right, it's called Islanded in a Stream of Stars, and as far as we can tell, the ship continues to deteriorate and people continue to be sad and depressed.
Although, we do have some interesting shots of what looks like a funeral, Starbuck at a resurrection tank, and a Sharon carrying Hera to a silent ship.
Not to mention one of the most intense-looking Helo moments ever as he breaks down screaming at Adama.
Yeah, we're expecting this to be more momentum building and specifically more Baltar. We need more Baltar. And from what we've read of the synopsis, he emerges as an unlikely beacon of hope, which hopefully has something to do with the fact that he has all the guns. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But we're looking to see more, essentially,
I'm sure this
in
will
this
leave
build-up.
us breathless again. This episode that we just watched, I was like this for the whole second half of it, and I'm sure that'll be how I'll be watching the rest of this season.
And essentially, we're now at the point where the sun also rises.
Oh, God.
Hit us last season. And, it really was the build-up. This is the end, guys. And hopefully it lives up to everything we're expecting. But leave some comments. Let us know what you think.
See you next week.
See you next week.